years, and they travel the world together sharing Krishna consciousness. So his students and disciples call him Srila Gurudev, and they call Vishnupriya Mataji Srimati Guru Mata. And today's class, if you have looked at the posters, please feel free to come forward. We have little carpets there at the back also if you're not comfortable sitting directly on the floor. So for the next hour, we are going to have a program that focuses on 50 plus years, okay, increasingly ecstatic, what it takes to stay in Krishna consciousness and thrive in Krishna consciousness. You know, there are many devotees who might come, many sometimes become very prominent also, but they cannot keep up with the process of Krishna consciousness for some reason, and they kind of slip away, and they try something else, they fall back into material life, they start up their old habits, etc. But there are few souls who actually stick with the process because they are getting something really amazing out of the entire process. So today's session is going to be focused on that. We're going to talk about, Sankarshan Prabhu here is going to talk about how to remain inspired to pursue Krishna consciousness, pursue excellence in spiritual life from the beginning, and remain as enthusiastic and as ecstatic as you were on day one. Right? Imagine the most ecstatic moment that you've had, maybe in a kirtan or a wonderful plate of prasadam, or by reading something amazing or hearing a beautiful class. We want to remain in that mood forever, and ever increasingly so. Okay? So without further ado, I will hand over the microphone to Srila Sankarshan Das Adhikari, who's also the spiritual master of many devotees serving in this temple community. And many years ago, in 2004, as an atheist, I met Sankarshan Prabhu on the internet and asked him all sorts of crazy and challenging questions that I had, being, you know, questions that come from an atheist. Okay, I'm still a recovering atheist because I'm not yet a pure devotee, but I cannot stress, I mean, before I knew that this gentleman here is my spiritual master, I asked him over 600 questions by email. 600. Okay, and his email address is openly advertised, so you can ask your questions as well. You can ask your questions and you'll get the same compassionate, careful, individualized, personalized answers that I got. He does not delegate the answering of these questions, even though thousands of people are writing to him on a daily basis. He's typically on email anywhere from 11 to 13 hours a day. Right now he's behind, he's backlogged because of a health issue, but if you have written to him, you will definitely hear back from him very soon. Okay, so I'm going to give the microphone over to Srila Gurudev here, and we're going to listen to this class together and ask a lot of questions, because this is it. And the questions may be answered jointly by both Srila Gurudev and Srimati Guru Mata, depending on how they do that. We're going to have a little short kirtan, and then we're going to dive in, okay?
Hi, thank you very much. Which is better? I'll take the small one, yeah. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunjam Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunjam Bihari Gopi Jana Ballabha Girivaridhari Gopi Jana Ballabha Girivaridhari Jasodanandana Brajajana Ranjana Jasodanandana Brajajana Ranjana Jamunatira Vanachari Jamunatira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunjam Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunjam Bihari Gopi Jana Balaba Girivaridari Gopi Jana Balaba Girivaridari Jasodanandana Brajajana Ranjana Jasodanandana Brajajana Ranjana Jamunatira Vanachari Jamunatira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunjam Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunjam Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunjam Bihari So, I'm very happy to be here with all of you tonight, here at ISKCON Toronto, Ontario, Canada, USA, planet Earth, universe of the four-headed Brahma. So I've been asked to speak about longevity, how you could be practicing for over half a century and still be here doing it. Because in our movement, many have come and many have go. Many come, many go. Big leaders, big GBCs, sannyasis, gurus, they came and they went. So how is it one can stay for decade after decade after decade? What is it that gives one stick-to-itiveness? There's many ways to look at this. One way is, Prabhupada explains, to take up Krishna consciousness means declaring war on Maya. It's a war, actually. Maya is very, very powerful. She's captivated millions and billions of living entities. An infinite number of living entities all over the material existence are captivated by Maya. She's very, very powerful. So, to get free from Maya's clutches means declaring war on Maya. So it's not an easy thing. Of course, it can be easy, or it cannot be easy, depending. But it is you have to be really tough to pull it off. You got to be tough. What is that saying? When the going gets tough, the tough get going. So you want to make it in this pathway without being diverted by Maya, you got to be tough. But we're not very tough. We're a bunch of weaklings here, so how do you become tough? You take shelter of the tough, you see. So we have our Srila Prabhupada, he's very, very tough, you see. And he's available in so many ways. Following his instructions, by worshiping here at this temple, by reading his books, by becoming a member of this movement, you actually become empowered by Srila Prabhupada to be able to defeat the material energy. So then why did they come and go? You could ask. They took shot of this movement, they read his books, they preached from his books. Why did they leave? Well, I can tell you one thing, my dear listeners, bad association. You see. It's sometimes said, 'tis folly to be wise in that place, or ignorance is bliss. So they think we're crazy. Chanting Hare Krishna, bowing down to some idol, you see. That's what they think. And you Hare Krishna people are crazy, that's a crazy nuts. You've been duped by some cult leader, and they're giving your money and giving your time and energy. That's their philosophy, you see. So, we have to have knowledge very firmly fixed in transcendental knowledge, so we will not be swayed by their nonsense ideas about Krishna consciousness. If you're a servant of your mind, if you act on mental whims, I guarantee you, my dear ladies and gentlemen, if you act on mental whims, you're going to be carried away. The mind is either the best friend or the worst enemy. The uncontrolled mind is your worst enemy. There's two terms in this connection, Godas and Goswami. Say, well, that's just for the sannyasis, right? No, it's for everyone in this movement. If you want to remain fixed in this Krishna consciousness without being diverted by the material energy, whether it's your friends, your relatives, or the internet, whatever it may be, if you want to be firm, you have to become a Goswami. I don't care, male, female, young, old, the little kid. I don't care who you are, you must, if you want to be firmly fixed, or you want to stick with this movement for the whole of your life and go back to home, back to Godhead, you have to be a Goswami. Isn't it? Is it not? You have to be a Goswami. What is the opposite of Goswami? Godas. So you're either a master of your senses or you're a servant of your senses. Well, can I be in the middle? No. There's no such thing as the middle. A middle ground, you're either Godas or Goswami. You see? What about some shades of gray? There's black and white. What about some shades of gray? Would that be okay? Well, I can tell you this. If you even a little slight white blackness, you see, becomes gray. There's an old saying in this connection: if you give Maya an inch, she will take a mile. There's a nice story in this connection. My godbrother, His Holiness Tamal Krishna Goswami, was told this story by Prabhupada. This is on an Indian train. They say if you want to know what packed is, you got to go to India and see the trains, packed, tight. So anyway, this gentleman was sitting he had his seat on the train. There was, a two-seater. Him and another person were sitting there. Some little Skindian guy came up, and he looked like, can I squeeze in? This looked like, can I? So all right, he scooted over a little bit. The little guy got in the middle, and then his kids came. And he got him on the lap, he put him here, and then the fat wife came, and he gave up the sweet. All right, give up, I surrender, you see. So if you give Maya an inch, she'll take a mile. So that means you have to be really, really careful, you see. How can Maya get in? Well, what are we doing 24 hours a day? Aren't we thinking something at every minute? Is our mind turned off? The Mayavadis say, turn off your mind. The Mayavadis and the Buddhists say, just turn off your mind. But your mind is always active by nature. So at every second it's thinking about something. At every second it's fixed in something. So you think, well, a little bit of sense enjoyment is okay, you know. Some devotees, they get carried by porno on the internet. A little porno is okay for a little entertainment, you know. No. You have to say, okay, my dear mind. There's a very nice bhajan by Govinda Das. Bhajahu re mana Shri Nanda Nandana Abhaya Charanada Vindare. My dear mind, please now engage yourself in the devotional service of the divine son of Nanda Maharaj. So there's two ways you can deal with it. You can say, my dear mind, or you can say, you rascal mind. Either way works. The point is, take control of your mind. If you want to be nice to your mind, okay, my dear mind, your only business now is Krishna consciousness. Or you say, you rascal mind, you better become Krishna conscious. Either way works. But the point is, you have to bring your mind under control. If you let your mind go wild, I guarantee you, you'll be carried away from Krishna Bhakti today or tomorrow, next year, next decade. If you let your mind go wild on you, you're a lost cause. You're a lost cause. It's just a matter of time before you're gone back into the clutches of Maya. You see? So don't let your mind go crazy, go wild, go running here and there like the monkeys in Vrindavan, jumping here, jumping there. Where's the banana? Where's the she monkey? Don't let your mind be a little monkey in Vrindavan, running, 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 running. You become a sadhu. Turn your mind into a sadhu, like the Goswamis, you see. Turn your mind into a sadhu. Okay, my dear mind, your only business is to be fixed in Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. The pastimes of Krishna, the teachings of Krishna, the qualities of Krishna, the entourage of Krishna, the devotees of Krishna, the bona fide spiritual masters, the deities. You have to get your mind completely filled up 24 hours a day. Find a way to keep your mind always fixed in Krishna consciousness from the moment you wake up to the moment you go to sleep at night. If you do that, guess what? You'll have Krishna conscious dreams. You'll be dreaming about Krishna conscious dreams. If you keep your mind always fixed in Krishna consciousness throughout the day, you'll have wonderful Krishna conscious dreams at night. You see? You say, really? Yeah, it works. Trust me, this works. You keep your mind always engaged in Krishna consciousness. You say, what about I have a job, I'm going to school. I don't have to think about my studies or my job. Yes, you do. But you have to offer them in the service of Krishna. They're not for sense enjoyment. You see. You may say, well, I want to make a lot of money. That's all right. But how much money did you come when you were born? How much money you take when you leave? When you leave your body? How many rupees or how many dollars will you take with you when you leave your body? What's the calculation? Oh yeah, it's zero. You may be a Bezos with billions of dollars in your bank account, but how much can you take with you? Zero. So why you should be so attached to that which you can't keep, you see? It's here today and gone tomorrow. Whatever you may have a nice house, you may have a nice Rolls Royce, a fleet of Rolls Royces, or whatever you may have. You may be a big prime minister or a big president. You may be this or that, a famous rock star. You can, a big, whatever. Whatever you have here, it's all going to be finished at the time of death. There's only one thing you can keep, and what is that? Krishna consciousness. So wouldn't it be an intelligent thing to do? If the only thing you can keep with you is Krishna consciousness, wouldn't that be an intelligent thing to do? Invest your energy in Krishna consciousness as much as possible? They call this, what do they call this? A no-brainer. It's a no-brainer. It's like a guy in the stock market. If every investment is going to fail, but this one's going to multiply 100 times, where's he going to put his money? He'd be an idiot to put his money, investments are going to take everything away. He'd be an intelligent man to put his money in the investments going to create 100-fold, 1,000-fold, you see. So my dear devotees, please invest your energy where you're going to get unlimited results, unlimited benefit. If you do that, you'll never leave Krishna consciousness. But those who invest a little in Krishna, a little in Maya, a little here, a little there, they splay. It's called splayed consciousness. You see? There's one pointed consciousness, you're splayed. I count just a little here, a little there. It's all splayed out consciousness. Don't have splayed consciousness. Have fixed consciousness, you see. And then you'll never leave. Because if you have fixed consciousness, what will you get? Ruchi, you will get taste. If you mix sense gratification in with it, the taste won't be so good, you see. Don't mix Maya in with Krishna. Desire pure devotional service as your only goal in life. And spreading Krishna consciousness, which is a result of pure Krishna consciousness. The point is, you have to set your goal. What is your goal in life? You have to make the ultimate goal pure Krishna bhakti, Krishna prem. You have to say, okay, what is your goal in life? You should have only one goal. And other goals can be subordinate, like making money, becoming a powerful singer, preacher, leader, whatever. Those are okay, but they have to be subordinate goals. You have to make your number one goal to be the pure devotee of Krishna, doing whatever he wants me to do from now on. For how long? For all of eternity. You see, that must be your goal. I want to be sold out devotee of Krishna for all of eternity. Whatever he wants me to do, I'm his puppet, let him pull the strings. You see, that's the move. You see. If you have to kick out anything else that distracts you from that, you see. Kick it all out with boo, whammo, get out of my heart. You're not welcome here, you rascal thoughts. You see. This is like the Jamuna Alpandru, Jamunacharya Albandru of South India. Previously he was a king. He had so many maidens in the palace he could have sex with, and all these different maidens. He was enjoying like anything, sense gratification. But then he became a sadhu. And he gave a nice poetry in this connection. Yadavari mamacheta Krishna padaravinde nava nava rasadum yatam ram tumasit tadavari battamare sangame smaryamane babedubu nishtivanamsha. Ever since I've been engaged in the transcendental loving service of Lord Sri Krishna, tasting nava nava rasa, ever increasing pleasure in that servant, whenever I think of my days of sex enjoyment, whenever I think sexual intercourse with a woman, my lips curl with this taste, and I spit at the thought. So that's a very good example for us. Any nonsense things come to the thought, whether it's lust, anger, greed, madness, illusion, or envy. Any nonsense garbage comes into our brain, spit, spit, spit. Get out of my heart, you damn rascal thought. You're not welcome here. So, because if you entertain any of those, any kind of material thought, you'll be carried away in due course of time. Kick it all out. Cultivate pure Krishna bhakti right here, right now, not tomorrow, not next week, not when after my final exam. You should see all these letters I get in the email. They say, well, Guru Maharaj, it's time for my final exams. You know, I'm going to reduce my chanting so I can study. In other words, study is more important the final exam is more important than Krishna consciousness. But they forget, what is the ultimate final exam, you see? We all have a final exam waiting for us. What is it called? Death. So prepare for your finals. Kids, ladies, gentlemen, wherever you be, from Moldova, India, wherever you're from, prepare for the final, because it's coming. And guess what? This final is not an ordinary scheduled final. This final is what? A pop exam. You mean I'm going to be pop with this final at any second? Yes. It can happen to me while I'm giving this class. I could have a heart attack and die right now. You see? You never know. A traffic accident, slipping and falling and having a concussion, walking up the stairs. You never know. You see? Or some murderer. It's like in America, there was a new sport in America. There was football and baseball, very popular. Now there's a new sport in America called mass shootings. It's a new popular sport in America. Get a gun and go to school and murder 300 kids for fun. Even one murderer, he was convicted to prison. He got out on a parole and he murdered somebody else. He was, I was looking forward to the next murder. It's fun, a fun sport for him, you see. So you never know what's going to happen. This world is so crazy. It's a madhouse. So the point is, be prepared for that final at every minute, you see. And the good news is, actually, by becoming Krishna conscious, you actually conquer death. For those who become Krishna conscious, you never die. It's just, you know, changing from a different colored shirt is all it is. So the point is, for Krishna conscious person, as we say the old saying, death is a piece of cake with frosting on it, whipped cream frosting on it. Death is nothing for devotee. It's I have a brown shirt, put on a green shirt, whatever you see. So the point is, you achieve deathlessness by taking this pathway seriously. But if you give it up, you're re-embracing death. So don't give up this pathway of Krishna bhakti. Don't give up deathlessness to go back to death, the realm of death. Wouldn't that be a stupid thing to do? You're into the realm of deathlessness, and now you think, well, I think death would be better than deathlessness. So don't be foolish, don't be an idiot. Kindly be intelligent, my dear ladies and gentlemen and kids. Kindly be intelligent and focus on who you actually are. You're not that material body, you see. You're an eternal spiritual being. Actually, people are not happy identifying with their body. That's why this new transgender thing is going on. I can't stand being a woman, I can't stand being a man, so let me switch genders. But sometimes they switch back. Because actually, I cannot actually be happy thinking I'm a male or a female. Because I'm not. I'm not a male, I'm not a female, I'm an eternal spiritual being. So we, instead of being transgender, Hare Krishna consciousness is called transcend gender. We're transcend gender here. We're all transcend genders here. Krishna consciousness means transcend gender. I'm not a male, I'm not a female. I'm the eternal spiritual being, qualitatively one with that Supreme Lord who's standing in the bank at Keshigat, playing the fifth note on his flute to attract all the Brajabasis to come and see his beautiful form in the moonlit night. You see? This is real, it's not imagination. So what do you think? Am I some kind of crazy nut up here spouting off some ridiculous words? Or does this make sense? Does it make sense to you or not? Is it going inward or not the other? Is it going deep into the heart? I've flown all the way here from Texas with a lot of bodily pain, actually, some problems with this body. And a lot of pain I came here. So I hope it makes some sense to you. I mean, worth all the pain I've gone through coming here. I hope it makes sense to you. We got one person nodded yes, that's good. Even if, oh, there's another one. Even if one or two appreciate it, you know what Prabhupada said? If I can make even one person a pure devotee, I will consider my mission to be successful. Even one person. So I'm hoping I can be that one person at least. I'm hoping I can get out of Maya and actually become that person that Prabhupada that was hoping he'd get at least one of them. So, does anybody have any questions? I need somebody up to help me hear them. Because anybody have any questions? Any disagreements, any challenges, any corrections? What do you think? No questions.
Just looking for an extra mic to pass it.
I still need help, but yes, you can do that. We'll pass the mic around. If there's any questions, to make it easy. Here's one. And Guru Manaji is also here. We can have her. Okay. All right. Okay.
Dear Guru Maharaj,
All right. And you made to help me understand what he's saying.
please accept my obeisances. And
Yeah,
my question
blessing to you.
is, Is there a way to find out what my service is supposed to be or is in a
What will your
spiritual
service
world?
in the spiritual world be?
Yes.
There is a way, sure. It's just become a pure devotee. Go back to Godhead, and you'll find out. Now, the one thing is called, there's one thing called sahajaism. Well, I think I must be a gopi, and Krishna kisses me every night. No, don't try. This is sahajaism. Such imagine. I'm sure one of these intimate gopi girlfriends. Yeah, I got a beautiful sari and beautiful breasts, and I'm sure Krishna. No, don't try to imagine something like that. That will defeat your path of bhakti. Just be the totally sold-out servant of Krishna, and it's called Svarup Siddhi. To which Svarupa means, Sva means own, and Rupa means form. Siddhi is perfection. So that day will come when you realize Svarup Siddhi. Now it may not happen when you're in this lifetime, you see. Now for those who are super advanced like Prabhupada, you see, now he never revealed it to us. But somebody on that level can actually realize it while they're still in the material world. That's possible. But we don't depend. Well, Krishna, I will be your devotee if you will reveal my Svarupa to me. No, that's conditional service. As far as we're concerned, that's up. Whatever Krishna wants, Krishna gets. If he wants me to a peacock or a dhoti, anything he wants me to be, it's fine with me. There's 5 different rasas: Shanta ras, Dasha, Vatsalya. There's certain neutrality, servitorship, friendship, parenthood, and conjugal. Everybody's in one of these 5 different rasas. Neutrality means like a flute. Dasa means someone who's rendering service, and there's friendship, there's parenthood, and conjugal. But a devotee is not thinking, well, I have to be this or that. That's conditional devotional service. It's mixed with your own personal desires. So our mood is, Krishna, I belong to you. Whatever you want to do with me is fine. If you want to be a rock that you take your lunch on every day, whatever you want me to be, I'm ready, you see. That's called pure devotional service. And there's no conditions. Let me just be a total-out servant of Krishna, and if he wants me to stay here for preaching, I'm willing to do that too. Whatever Krishna wants me to do, I'm totally sold out to him. For such a person, they will find out what their Svarupa is in due course of time. Okay? It's a nice question. Anything else? Yes.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much for your class, Prabhu. I was wondering, how does a devotee stay fearless knowing that anything can happen at any time to them? Like they could, as you were saying, someone could, they could be walking down the street and suddenly die. But so how does a devotee stay fearless?
How does a devotee stay fearless? Because anyone can die at any time.
Prabhupada's name was Abhay Chadam. His father gave him that name. One who is fearless by taking the lotus feet of the Lord. But then he got the name. His spiritual master, Bodhisattva, kept the same name but enhanced it, Abhay Charanadavinda. So how to become fearless? That's your question. And the Prabhupada's name tells you, by taking a shot of the lotus feet of the Lord. That's how you become fearless. Because there's complete shelter there in the lotus feet of the Lord. My dear Lord, I belong to you. I take shot of your lotus feet. How do those lotus feet manifest in the most powerful way? What is that? Yeah, that mantra. Remember, what's that mantra? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. If you will take complete, total shot of these names, you'll become fearless. Even if the atom bomb is dropping, here comes a nuclear bomb, when they blow up the whole city of Toronto. Here I am, there's nothing I can do. Baba said that the atom bomb comes, we'll see, here is Krishna. Here comes Krishna. See, Krishna says, Mrityu Sarava Hashchaham, I'm all devouring death. Even if someone comes to kill you, you'll see, oh, this is death. This is Krishna's manifestation. So the devotee is completely fearless. You see, in any situation, he sees Krishna's hand is acting. He has, what is that saying in American money? In God we trust. So Krishna, the devotee trusts Krishna. Whatever you want to do, I fully trust you in any situation, whether I'm sick, whether I'm healthy, whether I'm rich, whether I'm poor, whether I'm famous, whether I'm hated, whatever it may be, I see everything as your mercy, my beloved Lord. But such a person has absolute fearlessness, you see, because he sees the loving hand of Krishna at every minute blessing him. Does that make sense? Next.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. So how can we please Krishna so like this repeated birth and death can stop?
That's interesting. How to please. A devotee is so much absorbed. He says, my dear Lord, Janme Janme Prabhu say, my dear Lord, you're my Lord, birth after birth. The devotee doesn't even think, I will surrender to you if you take me back to Godhead. My dear Lord, if you want me to stay here eternally to serve you, I'm willing to stay in the material world. For such a person, he's already liberated. He's already back to God, even here in Canada. You see, but such a person does go back to God, for sure. But he's not, there's no condition. I'm sold out to you, whatever you want to do with me, I'm totally belong to you. Such a person is already as good as back to God right here, right now. But that mood of total surrender guarantees back to God. Absolutely no conditions. You're my Lord, birth after birth. Janme Janme Prabhu said. It's guaranteed to go back to God. Absolutely. Complete total surrender. Next. Yes.
Yeah, I have a question. How to find compassion to yourself?
Compassion to yourself means pure devotional service. Because anything besides pure devotional service is finishing yourself. So if you truly love yourself, which is bona fide desire, then become a pure devotee. If you truly love yourself, you become Krishna's pure devotee. Anything else, you're punishing yourself. Does that make sense to you? Make sense? Or is it too hard to take? I can't stomach it. Can you? Does that click with you? Does it resonate with you? It makes sense? You're happy to hear that? Or it's too much?
He's not sure.
All right, well, think about it. Think about it, and you can always write me, sd@worldleader.com. Think about it. My email address is sd, like Sankarshan Das, @worldleader.com. You can think about it and write me when you come to a conclusion. I'm going to know how my answer affected you in the long run. So you can let me know if you're confused about it. You can write me, because I was taught in the very beginning. He said you must inquire until your intelligence is fully satisfied. So I want you to continue inquiring. I don't want you to accept it on blind faith. I want you to consider it very deeply within your heart. And analyze it from many different angles of vision until your doubts are completely gone. It's my duty as a teacher is to instruct you in such a way that you're fully satisfied. There's no more doubts in your mind. So go ahead and think about it. And feel free to write me anytime with your doubts, and we can talk about it. Okay? sd@worldleader.com. Are you happy with that? Oh, good. A nice smile. Okay, great. There was a hand over here on the mic here. Okay.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. In Bhagavad Gita, there are verses where Krishna tells Arjuna that, if a devotee comes to me, takes my shelter, they'll attain me. However, in other scriptures like Chaitanya Charitamrita, it's said that without a spiritual master, you cannot attain me. So how do you harmonize these two concepts?
Yes. Why do I need a guru? Krishna says surrender to me. And all I have to do is surrender, then I'm liberated, right? Who needs a guru? I mean, guru is such a hassle. He says, do this, don't do that. Who wants to obey a guru? I mean, my God. Such a hassle, All I have to do is surrender to Krishna, because that's what Krishna said in Bhagavad Gita. But you know what? The Bhagavad Gita also, Krishna says, Tadvedi pranipatena. If you want to surrender to Krishna, you have to do what he says. And Krishna says, take a guru. So you can't get out of it. You may have tried to weasel your way out of it, but you can't. Krishna, I fully surrendered to you. He says, okay, accept a guru. But Krishna, I want to surrender to you. I don't want to, but Krishna means do what Krishna says. But Lord, can I surrender to a guru? No. So you're stuck. Oh my God, I thought you'd have get me a guru. Can I just be my own guru? That's sometimes they think. Can I take my mind as a guru? No. You have to follow Krishna's instructions in the whole Bhagavad Gita, not just pick and choose I like this instruction, I don't like the other one. No, you have to take the whole thing. Bhagavad Gita, take the whole thing. You can't pick and choose. This one I like and this one I don't like. Does that make sense? Yeah. You had a question, give her the mic.
Hare Krishna, Srila Gurudev. Please accept the humble obeisances. All glories to your grace, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. My question is, when we do deity worship, we find more absorption compared to chanting. How to find more absorption in chanting, like the holy names?
What about chanting and deity worship? Well, actually, if you do any one thing, there's 9 different processes. Do any one of them perfectly, you become perfect. Well, I was great to chant japa, I'll just do deity worship. But if you do deity worship in the right mood, you'll be chanting 24 hours a day. You do any one of the 9 processes with perfection, then all the others become perfect too. If you chant with pure love, you'll be spontaneously attracted to deity worship. If you do deity worship with pure love, you'll be spontaneously attracted to chanting as much as 16 rounds, but this will be the beginning. So do any one of the 9 aspects purely, and all the other 9 will become perfect.
Thank you, Srila Gurudev.
Okay, a question that came in from the internet. Let's take that one too. Let's see. Go to the chat window. Let's see. Lakshman Das. Can deathlessness be achieved with other Krishna mantra besides the Hare Krishna mantra? When someone chants Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya or Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama. Well, I guarantee you, Lakshman Das, if they chant those other mantras with perfection, they will automatically chant Hare Krishna, because that is recommended in this age by Krishna himself. If you chant Om Namo Bhagavate with perfection, you'll automatically chant Hare Krishna. The same thing with Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama. If you chant with pure love, the Hare Krishna mantra will naturally become your favorite mantra, because that's Lord Chaitanya's order. Premananda Das. For longevity, it is a lifelong battle with Maya. How can one have affection and remember Krishna all the time? Well, you have the first step, Premananda Das, you have the desire to remember Krishna all the time. You have to have that desire. And according to your desire, Krishna reciprocates with you. If your desire is weak, you're not going to get it. If your desire is strong, you're going to get it. You have to have a very strong desire to have affectionate and remembrance of Krishna all the time. And then Krishna will bless you with it. Next question.
Maharaj.
Yes.
Thank you, Maharaj, for the lecture. Maharaj, my question is, you said that we are spirit soul, and we are not this material body. So sometimes we go through stresses in life and our mind is just diverted from bhakti. So how do we bring ourselves back to bhakti in these situations?
Actually, you know what? Krishna's greatest mercy is the distressful situations. That's when Krishna is giving you special mercy, when there's distress. Queen Kunti was begging for distress. Vipadashantatasya. But she was begging for distress. I'm more Krishna conscious in distress than in a peaceful situation. So when you're in distress, say, oh wow, Krishna, you blessed me with this horrible pain in my body, or a difficult financially or interpersonal relationships, or whatever it may be. Krishna, thank you for blessing me with this. I thought I could enjoy this material world, but now you're showing me this material world is no fit place to enjoy. So take this stress as the greatest blessing of Krishna, like a shower of flowers from Krishna on your head. And then you're anymore. What is that saying? Blessed with distress. My Lord, thank you for, I'm now blessed with distress. Please keep blessing me with distress. You have that mood, distress won't exist anymore for you. You'll be relished in the sweetest happiness at every minute, in every situation. Does that make sense? Yeah.
Thank you,
Blessed with distress, ki jai. Krishna has blessed me a lot of distress. I have can't even walk properly now, horrible muscle problems in my leg. I can't hardly even walk. But it's a special blessing from Krishna to help me realize I'm not this rotting corpse. It's not me. Next. Is everybody satisfied? Here we go.
Thank you, Maharaj, for coming here. I have a question, Maharaj. My mother is suffering from dementia. She used to worship the Lord before and chant the names, but now it is difficult. So how to motivate her to worship the deity and chant? She is disinterested in all activities, basically.
Very kind to your poor mother. You give her Krishna Conscious Association. You can chant for her, you can read to her, give her prasadam. This is a chance for you to increase your loving service to your mother to help her in her Krishna consciousness. The time of death, we can't do anything, just like lay there, you see. Just like my father, he was never a devotee, but he appreciated it. He appreciated the movement. He spoke very highly of the movement. And then we got a word that he was leaving his body. We got in the car, me and Guru Maharaj got in the car. He went out and did a cure from his body. We went in there, his tie was totally anxiety. We had the kirtan, his face became very peaceful, and boom, you see. So when somebody can't do something, you them and help them in Krishna consciousness. Take it as a blessing. You get to help somebody in their Krishna spiritual life. Serve a devotee is the greatest and blessed service you can do. Krishna says, I'm more pleased when someone serves my devotee than they serve me. It's a great opportunity to serve your mother. Help her be Krishna conscious in their difficult situation. Does that make sense? Yeah. Anything else? Or we call it quits. We have from the internet now, from India came in a question. Sachinandana Das. Can you please enlighten me on the importance of physical association of devotees? Actually, physical association is number 2. Vibrational association is number 1. Their teachings, their instructions, that's number 1. The point is, get physical association as much as possible whenever you can. Just like when Prabhupada was here, every chance we could get to sit at his lotus feet and hear his lectures, we would take it. But many of us didn't have much of an opportunity, you see. For years I went without Prabhupada's physical association. I saw him in '72, then at the Pittsburgh. I didn't see him again until '70. I went 3 years with no physical association with Prabhupada at all. But always hearing, some devotees that went, they said, I was with Prabhupada, he said this. I was so envious. Oh, you're with Prabhupada, and here I am. And it's transcendental envy, by the way. But if you don't have physical association, then you have to associate by remembrance. And I can tell you, so many devotees who had physical association with Prabhupada, they're gone. They're gone. I got a few letters, maybe 5 or 6 letters from Prabhupada, and they're still my greatest treasure, those instructions that Prabhupada gave me, you see. So I've seen that those who associate by the remembering the instructions, they're in more powerful position than those who get physical association. Those who take, Prabhupada told us in Atlanta, Vani and Vapu, is the disappearance day of his spiritual master, and he was celebrating it. And he said that, or it could have been appearance, I forget, but he was saying that of the two, Vani is more important. Vapu is temporary, physical presence is temporary, but Vani is eternal. So get physical association whenever you can get it, but if you don't get it, that's a great blessing also, that now you have to increase your attachment for Vani. That attachment for Vani will liberate you, but Vapu, you're not going to get it. The spiritual master and other devotees, you may not have that physical association for so many years even. So take advantage of Vani, the vibrational presence in the form of instructions and teachings. And that will make you very solidly situated in Krishna consciousness for all of existence. Isn't it a fact? We have so many, there's so many, can you imagine all the recording, thousands of recordings of Prabhupada's lectures, his morning walks, his books. I mean, we have so much opportunity to associate with Prabhupada and Vani. It's amazing. I was just hearing something on the way today, coming down to hearing Prabhupada on a morning walk in Chicago. It's so wonderful. We can associate with him. And you think, well, with him, but you think, well, I didn't have his physical presence, but I guarantee you, those who are attached to hearing Prabhupada's teachings, they're more solidly situated than those who had physical association but left. So you can get just as close to Prabhupada as those who are in the morning walks with them. You can get just as close or even closer than those who are on the walks with him on the Los Angeles beach. You can be even closer to him by being attached to his words, by reading the books, by hearing his recorded lectures and morning walks. This is powerful stuff. You can have the, and then when you become attached to Prabhupada's instructions, who do you become attached to also? Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami, Gaurakrishna Das Babaji, Bhakti Vinod, goes all the way back. You get the whole of the succession sitting in your heart by attachment to Vani. The whole civic succession is sitting right there in your heart and guiding you and blessing you at every minute. That is what you get by Vani, attached to Vani. So like I say, physical association is great whenever you get it. And I would get as close as I could. I was just some humble brahmachari washing the pots. But when Prabhupada is sitting in the Vyasa-san, just like you're right here, take the table out. Come right here. Put right here. Face me. That's how close I get when I had a chance. That close to Prabhupada. I would get that close when I had a chance. And I rarely got the chance. When I had a chance, I got right there by the Vyasa-san, inches away from Prabhupada. I did that when I had a chance, you see. So I didn't have much of a chance, but that was a very special moment for me. And when I got that close, Prabhupada's personal servant was here, Shruti Kirti Prabhu. And I looked at Prabhupada's lap at Shruti Kirti Prabhu, and he gave me this big smile. And I felt that Prabhupada's mercy is bouncing off of Shruti Kirti and blessing me. So the point is, get physical association whenever you can. It's a very rare thing, but even more important is Vani. Does that make sense? Sachinandana Das? Anything else? Are you ready to go home now? Back to Godhead. Wow, we're coming up here. All right.
Hare Krishna Gurudev. You said that we have to take control of the mind. But when we try to fight to the mind every day, there's a point that it comes like we get so much tired and we just stop doing it. How to still be enthusiastic to fight the mind again and again?
How to keep enthusiasm in the war with Maya, the war of your rascal mind. How to keep always fired up. Because sometimes we get defeated, isn't it? The mind takes over and we go on some sidetrack. How to keep it enthusiastic. We know what they say. Failure is the roadway to success. When this night we have these light bulbs here. Who invented the light bulb? Thomas Edison. How many failures that he had before he got a light bulb that worked? I heard he got 10,000 failures before he got the light bulb that worked. So you have to embrace failure as your best friend, because now you know what won't work. So don't be depressed or discouraged by failure. Take it as a stepping stone to the success. And that's the key. That's how you can keep your enthusiasm up even when you get off the track. But now I know what not to do. You see? Now I know what I should not do. Keep a list of all the things you shouldn't do by learning from your mistakes. And then you'll have your enthusiasm. Even when you fail, you'll have your enthusiasm. Do you think Edison lost his enthusiasm with all those failures? No. He kept the enthusiasm. Now I know what this one worked, this one worked, this one. Good, I'm going to eliminate all the things that don't work until I find something that will work. So I guarantee you, you will find something within your heart that will ignite the fire of pure bhakti. That day will come when you can see Krishna face to face. Like you're seeing me, that day where you can see Krishna face to face. He's got to eliminate all the things that don't work. And that day will come, you see Krishna face to face. smiling up at you, even he'll be able to talk with him, and he'll talk back to you and everything. That day will come, you see. Yes.
Hare Krishna, Srila Gurudev. Yeah, my question is, how do you define success? Like we are in different stages on the path of bhakti, like each of us here. How do you define success for each stage?
How do you define success in each stage of life? Everyone is going through different phases of life.
Well, in the beginning, it's a mixture of success and failure. In the beginning, it's 10% success and 90% failure. The next stage is 20% success and 80% failure. And that way it works, you see. So gradually it becomes higher percentage success and smaller percentage of failure. Till you get to the point where it's 99% success and 1% failure, and then boom, you go to 100% success. That's how it works. So right now we're all failures. It's embarrassing, and we're all failures right now because we're not seeing Krishna face to face. We don't. Prabhupada told me, all material is zero. The direct order from Prabhupada is Sankarshan Das. So I admit I'm still a failure to a certain extent, you see, because I'm not seeing Krishna face to face. So we're all failures to gradually less extent until it comes to the point of zero, and then we're completely successful. Does that make sense? Yeah. But it's interesting to know in school. When I was in school, 97% was an A grade, and even 70% was a passing grade when I went to school. So even if you're not completely successful, you can still go back to Godhead. You somehow remember Krishna at the last minute. So don't be depressed if you're not a pure devotee yet, because even if you're just a sincere devotee, trying to be a pure devotee, that's enough to go back to Godhead. Next. Premananda has one country. Okay.
What is one thing in the last 50 years that has helped you continue this process seriously?
What is one thing in the last 50 years that helped me to consider this? It's Prabhupada. Prabhupada is what kept me going, wanting to please Prabhupada. That's what kept me going through all these years, wanting to please Prabhupada. Simple thing. I want to do what pleases Prabhupada, not what pleases my rascal senses, my rascal mind. What pleases Prabhupada. Now we have another question of the internet. To transcend death, the Brahminical qualification of being a master of senses is very important. Absolutely. Brahminical qualifications are important. Shamadhamma tapachacham chantararavamevacha. Controlling the mind, controlling the senses, being peaceful. All these Brahminical qualities are very conducive for remembering Krishna. Transcending death means remembering Krishna. The Brahminical qualities will help you to remember Krishna. What is simplicity? Simplicity means there's two things, simplicity and duplicity. Simplicity means I have one goal in life to become Krishna's pure devotee. That's simplicity. No mixture of this and that, this and that, and this and that. What do they say? Keep it simple, stupid. That's saying, keep it simple, stupid. Heard that saying? Keep it simple, stupid. So we're stupid idiots here, so just keep it simple. Krishna consciousness is my one goal in life. Everything else can be kicked out. Kick it out with boot. Because it's detrimental for my happiness. You want to be happy, right? You want to love yourself, right? Great. Be truly loving to yourself. Give me yourself eternity, knowledge, and bliss. Why should I give myself temporarily ignorance and misery? If I really love myself, I will give myself eternity, knowledge, and bliss, which comes automatically when you become Krishna conscious. Anything else? What about the kids? No kids have questions? Okay. What about the adults? Here we go.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. How can we develop this faith like you have for Srila Prabhupada, like for our Guru and Prabhupada, and in the instructions of Prabhupada?
Association. The more you associate with Prabhupada by hearing, by serving him, the more you try to please Prabhupada, and you'll develop that feelings for him. He's not dead and gone. He's here right now with us. That's not just a statue. Prabhupada is actually there. He's actually present with us right now. So you have to learn, when you offer your obeisances, offer feelingly. You can pray to him. My dear Srila Prabhupada, please bless me. I can develop my feelings of love for you, attachment to you. You can beg him, and he will reciprocate with your prayer. You see? There's some tips. Same thing. Your spiritual master means Guru means who represents the previous Acharya. So you do the same thing if if you're an initiated disciple of one of Prabhupada's disciples, you do the same thing. You beg your spiritual master to bless you, that you can be connected with Prabhupada's teachings purely, with every thought, word, and deed, in all times, places, and circumstances. Okay, one more.
Maharaj, you instructed us to become pure devotees. So, what are the one or two things we can do immediately to become pure devotees as a neophyte?
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. Chanting is the first thing. Shravanam means hearing. Yeah, the first thing is hearing, the second thing is chanting. You hear from the pure devotees, you hear from Prabhupada's books. By hearing nicely, take it into your heart, not one ear, not the other, take it deeply in your heart, and then chant Hare Krishna and preach. So hearing and chanting, that's the foundation of pure devotional service, hearing and chanting. Hear from authoritative sources, and chant Hare Krishna and preach. Tell everybody about Krishna. And even the atheists, you can defeat their philosophy. Prabhupada preached to everybody. We don't preach the glories of a holy name to the fatalists, but we defeat their faithlessness, so they want to inquire about this Krishna consciousness. Prabhupada said, ask them what is their philosophy and then defeat them. That's what he told us to do. He said we should be able to convince everyone, that is preaching. So our goal is to convince the whole world that Krishna consciousness is the process of happiness. So there'll be a lot of work to do. Roll up your sleeves and get to work. A lot of work to do. To cultivate pure devotional service and to revolutionize this planet with a spiritual revolution. We have a big task ahead of us, so we got to really buckle down and get serious about awakening pure love within my heart and turning the tide of Kali Yuga back towards Chaitanya's movement. Does that make sense?
Yes. Yeah. Maharaj, I also have another question. Maharaj, in chapter 14, Bhagavad Gita, Modes of Material Nature, there is a verse which says that the three modes are the doer and we are not the performer. So how do I understand this from the perspective that we have free will, we have desire, so we want to do something. So how can we say that we are not doing but the three modes are doing?
Yeah, when you're under the material nature, you're being pulled by the modes. When you engage in devotional service, you're acting beyond the modes. Right now, you're a slave of Maya, and she acts through three different modes. You take a devotional service, now you're free from the shackles of Maya, acting in a transcendental platform, not one of the modes. Does that make sense? Krishna consciousness is beyond the modes. So when you chant Hare Krishna, you're throwing away the shackles of Maya, becoming a liberated soul. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. Krishna consciousness is not under the modes. It's freeing yourself from the modes. hearing about Krishna, talking about Krishna, bowing down to Krishna. These activities of devotional service are beyond the modes of nature. Only when you act under the influence of Maya are you under the modes of nature, not in Krishna consciousness. Does that make sense?
Yes, Maharaj. So even when we are doing Mishra Bhakti, even that is beyond the modes?
No, you're halfway in and halfway out. In the beginning, we're still in the modes. It's like chanting a japa and falling asleep sometimes. As an example. The mode of ignorance gets in the way of our japa. Hare Krishna. They call it Daivamar japa. Hare Krishna. That means you're still you're in the modes and you're halfway. You know, you're a mixture of the modes and Krishna consciousness. So until we become pure devotees, there's still some influence of the modes. When you become a pure devotee, the modes are absolutely pure devotee. There's no offense of the modes at all. We're in the modes. Lesser and if we're more advanced, the modes become less and less of a control over us. Yeah.
Thank you, Maharaj.
Goodbye, modes.
Hare
Hello,
Krishna Maharaj. Hare Krishna Maharaj. After becomes Krishna consciousness, will my soul come back to earth or not? Next.
That's up to Krishna. Prahlad Maharaj prayed to take birth after birth until all these rascals could go back to Godhead. So you do go back to Godhead, that's a fact. But great souls like Prahlad, they don't mind staying in the material world. They can preach. But you will go back to Godhead, don't worry. You definitely go, but you go to, as Prabhupada said, go to sleep and wake up with Krishna. So that's what will happen. Everybody follows this movement. And another interesting side point, there's different rasas. There are Goloka ras and Vaikuntha ras. And everybody comes from either Goloka or Vaikuntha. But Prabhupada says, anybody who follows Lord Chaitanya, they go back to Goloka. Even if you're originally from Vaikuntha, you have a rasa in Vaikuntha, worshiping Lakshmi Narayan, you Lord Chaitanya, you'll be transferred to Goloka. So anybody who follows Lord Chaitanya's Sankirtan movement, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, they go back to Goloka Vrindavan. It's a little interesting side point. Yeah.
Thank you.
But interesting thing is, a pure devotee can actually be in both worlds at the same time. Now we're getting really high level philosophy. But actually a pure devotee like Prahlad, they can be preaching in the material world and be in the spiritual world at the same time, simultaneously doing both. That's pretty high level, but that's mentioned in Prabhupada's books. You can actually be in both worlds simultaneously. As a pure devotee preaching at the same time in your rasa with Krishna and the Goloka, simultaneously. Pretty interesting philosophy. Yeah. Let's see. Okay, anything else? We need to call it quits pretty soon.
Hare Krishna, sorry, Maharaj. One last question. We see so many of the old devotees and devotees following from a long time get sick and get lots of diseases at the end of their lives. And why is that they get so much suffering?
Oh yeah, that's natural. Prabhupada also went through that. It's called old age disease and death. It's a natural thing, even for pure devotees. That's a normal thing. You're going to get very sick and die. Welcome to the material world. It's going to happen to all of us. Even a very strong, healthy devotee, eventually, like Bhaktivinoda, he can't do those long walks anymore. He's famous for being the walking Swami. Now he can't do the long walks anymore. It's a natural thing. Your body ages and it's going to start to malfunction on you in many ways. That's a natural thing. You just better be ready for it. It's going to happen to every one of us. It's happening to me. It's going to happen to you. Even the kids, it's happening to every one of us. Our bodies will malfunction and be very problematic for us in due course of time. That's the way it goes. Why did Krishna do that to us? Why did Prabhupada have to suffer? Why does Krishna do that? What's wrong with Krishna? Why is Krishna doing this? There's something, I found some fault with Krishna. And the other pure devotees get old and get sick. I found a fault with Krishna. And the pure devotees do this to teach us by example how to deal with these things. That's their kind. The pure devotee could remain eternal youth, even in the material world, that's a fact. But the pure devotees very mercifully accept this to teach us rascals how to be Krishna conscious, even in old age and disease. That's their kindness upon us. It's Krishna's kindness to make that arrangement to teach us by their example. Acharya means one who teaches by example. So the Acharya is willing to get sick, very sick, having to go to a hospital and so many things, just to show us rascals how we should deal with these things. Next.
Hare Krishna Gurudev. During this last 50 years, would you like to share what challenges you personally faced, you felt that was very hard, and how you were able to overcome those challenges? And for our generation, do you have any suggestion what we should look out for in devotional service?
Wow. Woo. Maybe I make a long list. I'll give you an example. I don't know if this is really a challenge. Yeah, I was distributing, it's in my memoir. It's up here, anybody who wants it, Divine Love Memoir. But it's in my memoirs, a very challenging situation I was preaching one time. I was getting out Simply Wonderfuls up and down the sidewalk in Gainesville. To some young man, I gave him Simply Wonderful, offered him a Simply Wonderful. And what was the challenge? He took his hand and boom, he hit the bowl of Simply Wonderfuls out into the street. They went flying out into the street. So that was quite a challenging situation. He was so offensive to Bishadam. What are you supposed to do? Be tolerant more than a tree? What are you supposed to do when somebody is very offensive to Bishadam? So here's what I did. I said, you better get out there and pocket all those sweets right now. Like I beat his brains out, but he didn't follow what I said. And he went, wow, and he did it. He went out and picked up all the sweets. And I helped him. We got all the sweets picked up before the light turned green. The cars didn't run over even one sweet. So you have to be a very strong fighter. If it's an external situation or even your own mind, you have to have a fighting mood. When the challenge comes, as I said earlier, when the going gets tough, the tough get going. It's a very strong fighting mood when challenges come. It's just, whether it's in your own mind or it's in some external situation, you have to have a very strong fighting mood to defeat the challenges. That's one way of dealing it. Another way is to be more tolerant than a tree. According to the situation, being very, very tolerant. When somebody is very offensive to you, instead of getting angry, you just say, well, I deserve much worse. They're being very kind to me by giving me only a slap when I actually deserve to have my head cut off. Another way to deal with it. Be very, according to the situation. Be very angry like fire or more tolerant than a tree. It's according to the situation. If you're sincere, Krishna will give you intelligence. Whether you should be angry like fire or be more tolerant than a tree. You have to have a sincere desire to be Krishna's pure devotee. The Super Soul sitting right there beside the Atma. Super Soul will give the intelligence how to deal with this challenge, should be more tolerant than a tree or be angry like fire. Krishna will give you the intelligence how to deal with it. Does that help a little bit? Yeah.
Yes. And any suggestion for our generation, what we should look out in our devotional service? Any suggestions for the current generation to look out for things that should be?
Well, beware of the internet. Just like, for example, I have some videos on the internet. Some of my students like to go to the videos, but then there's another video up there of dating, showing European girls who want dating partners. They say, I go see your intimate, and I see a thing, and I get carried away by the other. And even on YouTube, there's always an advertisement for some girl with a big breast, saying, I'm looking for a boyfriend. It's right there. We're looking at Krishna conscious video, and there's a girl with big breasts saying she wants a boyfriend. I mean, it's right there on the internet. It's a very, very dangerous thing. You have to not be carried away by the girl with the big breasts who wants a boyfriend. You say, okay, don't look at it. You see. This time my disciple, we're sitting in there in Vrindavan, a nice brahmachari disciple, Braj Kishore Das, and behind us there were some monkeys having sex. So he just went like this. He didn't look, oh, here's some monkeys, let's check it out. Some monkeys having sexual intercourse. No, he just went like that. Put his hand up, nope, not going to look at it. You have to learn how to train yourself. When there's an opportunity to look at a girl with big breasts on the internet, or some monkeys having sex, nope, no thank you. No thank you, Maya. You have to be like that. You have to say, okay, I know what I have to do, what know is right. I can't give in to my senses. That's an example. The internet is a big one. Everybody's surfing on the internet, but there's all kinds of lusty, dirty things that you can go into if you allow yourself to do it. You're all alone in your room, nobody, the super soul sees. You see? Another point is this. There's two books. There's Krishna's book and Yamaraja's book. Krishna is noting all your devotional service, and Yamaraj is noting all your nonsense. So you don't want to be in Yamaraja's book, only in Krishna's book. You see, the Yamadutas can come and grab you if you've got too much stuff in Yamaraja's book. So you have to be in Krishna's book, not Yamaraja's book. They keep very good records. Krishna is noting everything, Yamaraj is also noting everything you do, even your thoughts. So look out. Maya is there trying to lure you into her clutches. So be very careful about what you think about, absorb your mind in. That's it. Everybody's ready to go home, back to Godhead? Who wants to go back to Godhead? Die, even the little boy wants to go. Very good. Okay, so why don't we call it quits now? So everybody can have a good night's rest and get up early in the morning to chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. Thank you very much, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, everyone. Hare Krishna. If you could just kind of say out Hare Krishna in appreciation of this class for someone who's been practicing for 50 plus years, that'd be wonderful. Hare Krishna. Yes, so the appreciation moves on further if you also welcome some of these books in your house. So these are the books that Srila Gurudev have personally instructed and written, and it is covering all his 50 years of endeavor, especially the memoir. And then the other book also talks about the questions that are commonly asked, the truth works. So please come and visit Srila Gurudev, get your personal blessings. And also, if you like, you can sign up for e-course, which is a free course that has been running for many years. And the way to sign up for that would be...
They can do it in the smartphone. Just have them come up and do it right here.
I have it open on the iPad if they want to come and sign up.
It's right here.
So we have the facility to sign you up right now for the free course if you'd like. You could do it, come meet me here in person while you're having darshan and also having the books. Hare Krishna.
Okay, now I can hear.
Srila Gurudev ki.
Wait, I can't hear the
Srila Prabhupada ki. Gaur Premanande.
Okay, now hopefully they won't announce. What is it?
Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, everyone, please stand. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Everyone, please chant. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Everyone, all together, please. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada. Prabhupada, 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 Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Namaste Narasimhaya. Namaste Narasimhaya. Pralada Lada Daine. Hiranyakashi Purvakshaha. Shiladanka Nakhalaye. Ito Narsingha Bharato Narsingha. Ito Narsingha Bharato Narsingha. Yato Yato Yamitato Narsingha. Bahe Narsingha, Hidaye Narsingha. Bahe Narsingha, Hidaye Narsingha. Narsingha Madhim Sharanam Prapade. Tava Kara Kamalavare Nakam Adbhuta Shringam Dalita Hiranyakashipu Tanu Bhringam Keshavadhita Narahari Rupa Jai Jagadisha Hare Jaya Jagadisha Hare Jaya Jagadisha Hare. Jaya Narsinghadev, Jaya Narsinghadev, Jaya
Nrsingadev, Jaya Nrsingadev. Jaya Prahlad Maharaj, Jaya Prahlad Maharaj, Jaya Prahlad Maharaj, Jaya Prahlad Maharaj. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Nitai Gaur Premanande. Hari.
Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Now we'll pay obeisances. We'll touch our head to ground. So, Jai Om Vishnupad Paramhansa Parivrajagacharya Ashtodhar Sri Srimad A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj Prabhupada Ki. Jai Om Vishnupad Paramhansa Parivrajagacharya Ashtodhar Sri Srimad Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj Prabhupada Ki. Anant Koti Vaishnava Vrind Ki. Namacharya Shri Haridas Thakur Ki. ISKCON Founderacharya Shri Prabhupada Ki. प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद की श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरि गोवर्धन की श्री वृंदावन धाम की मायापुर धाम की नवद्वीप धाम की